Attention, attention. IPOB, one family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinusa.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
Yeah, Mr. Bella once again. Wisdom, heal it, come on, get up.
Say Biafra will not last forever. They say IPOB no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. No, no, no. Biafra will live forever. Oh yeah. 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 Biafra will live forever. Biafra will live forever, yeah. Biafra will live forever, yeah.
Ogerugo manige tetanura. The lovers of Biafra. This is the time we need to come together and fight for what is belong to us. Ogerugo maniga bandizu, what make us a giant of Africa. Adam Pochinti na Sugo Mbogeru Nisina Nyama Kweno. Hello Lisa Binigwe, out of his wisdom, giving us somebody like nnamdi for this our race mission.
Biafra will not last forever. They say IPOB no go stand. What did they know?
What do they know?
What do they see?
What do they see?
If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. Oh no, no.
See Ojukwu, our hero, how he fought, he never stop. Nnamdi kanu, but no one will stop, he cannot stop. Biafra will live forever. Believe me now.
But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the Council of Despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.
Good evening. Welcome to the broadcast today. This is live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. We are watching live and direct on YouTube, live and direct on Twitch, live and direct on other social media platforms. We have come this evening on this special broadcast to address some of the pressing issues. A lot of things, a lot of lies, a lot of propaganda. Some of those we have addressed, some of those we are yet to address, and we will be addressing them this evening. Some of you may have watched the broadcast of yesterday when we brought or we played a video from the youth of Ogidi. From the youth of Ogidi, some of you watched the video. We played the video of youth of Ogidi yesterday, last night. We explained to them. We also explained to those who may also have some misconception about the sit-at-home order. Like their politicians may have meant them to understand and to believe. So yesterday, we took our time to lecture them. We took our time to send message, a clear message, explaining to them and to other youth that the politicians may have succeeded in inciting against the Biafra project. And so they're listening, the message was sent to them, they understand the consequences of what they want to do, they understand the implications of that sabotaging Biafra. They know that their life is not better in Nigeria, and everybody should know that. So as I played the video yesterday, analyze it, I also asked you to make sure the message reach to them, which you did. You did. You did send the message across to them, and they listened to our broadcast yesterday. They come to realize that they made a mistake. And we have to commend them for that. We have to commend them. It's not easy. We have to commend Ogidi youth for turning back, making a U-turn, realizing that they made a mistake because of lack of information. We have to agree that it was, please, nobody must insult the youth of Ogidi. Nobody must tell them, call them stupid. No. Everybody have right to ask questions. They ask their question in a different way, and which is not very commendable. It was a question they asked in a very wrong way. And to that effect, we are demanding, if any youth leader, for one reason or the other, don't understand the reason behind the decision of the leadership of Biafra, they can reach us. They can reach me and ask me for explanation. I will explain why the leadership of Biafra made such a decision. If there is something that is very unclear, if you are not convinced of some of the decisions that will be coming subsequently, as we move forward, contact me directly and ask me that ask me, what do we intend to get from such decision? If after speaking with me, if you are not satisfied, I will link you to other people that you speak with. But believe me, whatever we do is for the best interest of everybody that found him or herself in Biafra land. So as I played the video of Ogidi, youth yesterday, analyze it. I have to also play the video today when they have retracted from that step they took. And they also apologize if they have done something wrong. People do not understand Ogidi people are wonderful people. Ogidi people, not I was shocked when I watched that video. Some of us are Ogidi made. It may surprise some of you. As you are looking at me, I am Ogidi made. I am made in Ogidi. So it's something that really shocked me to see people that are warriors, to toe that line. And so I took that video very seriously, because if Ogidi was a place where I do not know, somebody say, unmute your microphone, please. Are you not hearing me? Is the sound not okay? Is the sound, can you please confirm that the sound is okay? Let me know that, is my sound okay? Is my voice okay? Loud and clear. Thank you very much. So, if at least, if I don't know Ogidi, it will be, I will take it as, okay, maybe that is how they are. But that was not Ogidi. That was not the Ogidi that I know. That was not the Ogidi that made part of me. No, it was not. So, and I appreciate the fact that they understand that they have told the wrong line and they have retracted their step. And on this note, if any youth anywhere in Biafra land, if anybody, any youth leader anywhere in Biafra land, if you are planning to toe that line, I am asking you to have a retreat. If you have any question to ask, if you have anything that is unclear to why we have sit at home order, contact me directly. I will explain to you, and then you can go ahead and explain to your youth if they have any issue with that. Going forward, you see, as a youth, the future of your clan, the future of your place, your village, where you come from, lies on you. The elders, when you have youth, when you have age grade, when you have all those kind of association, it is not just to do guy, to become a gayoyo or something. No, it means you are carrying a burden of your entire place. So you must not toy with it. Whatever decision you make, whatever step you take, will go a long way in affecting where you come from, in branding you good or bad, negative or positive. So we have entered a very crucial time when we are going to be thinking about the decisions we make collectively. Very, very important. Very important. So, because I played the video yesterday, I'm going to play the apology today for you. Because we are not, our own struggle is not based on lies and hypocrisy. We don't do that. Because I have been able to play when they were protesting. I will also play when they are now apologizing. That's how it is done. It is not enough that I come here now and tell you, oh, they have apologized and everything is fine. No, I have to also show you the video where they actually retracted from what they did. And we forgive them. We forgive them. Because Ogidi people are great people in Biafra land. So it is nobody will see that and be happy. Ogidi people, they are wonderful people. So now, on this note, I'm going to address this issue quickly and then we move to the next issue we are going to address and trash this evening. One of the things we are going to address this evening is the issue of accusation and denial. And today I will give the Directorate of State a new name for myself, the one I will be calling them. So anytime I mention that name, I'm referring to them. And I will be addressing the Directorate of State as the leadership of Biafra. So any day you see me making reference to leadership of Biafra, I am meaning the DOS, Directorate of State, the leadership of Mazi Doziem. I am also meaning every other person highly placed they are consulting for their decision. So when you hear me make, I will not be using Directorate of State. I will not be using DOS. But when you hear me say Biafra leadership, I am referring to DOS. I am referring to Chika Edoziam, the head of Directorate of State. I am referring to every other person they consult for making decision and all that. So because Ihan Emezeketa is not just about the IPOB and all that. So they have become the leadership of Biafra movement. And because by addressing them like this, it carries everything. It is not just, I'm not just talking about IPOB, not just now, because a lot of people that are supporting the movement for Biafra, they are abroad. So it is not only the leadership, the IPOB, but for now, the Directorate of State, the Chika Dozem, personally, this is my own personal name I'm giving them. I'm giving them from my own program today. I will be calling them the leadership of Biafra. So anytime I make reference to leadership of Biafra, I am talking about the Directorate of State and other people that follows them. Now, the decision, wherever the decision is coming from, anytime the decision comes as to how to move forward, what to be done and what we should do, it is the responsibility of everybody that want out of Nigeria to support that decision. If you are not okay with the decision, you ask question, and we are going to address that question. I don't necessarily have to be where decision is made or anything like that, but whatever decision that is reached, which I believe must be for the best interest of the struggle, I will bring myself, I will defend it objectively, any day, anywhere, anytime. That is how it is going to be. We are going to continue from now. And having said this, I have read a lot of accusation, a lot of counter accusation, coming from our spokesman, Emma Powerful, about denying IPOB involvement in whether they are accusing ESN or IPOB of killing in the Southeast. We don't need to deny anything. We are not denying. Denying may be there because they said allegedly you did this or accused you did this. So the deny there. Do not pay attention to the deny. When you see that we deny our involvement or that we did not involve in anything like that, we don't need to deny. The point here is that the record, the activities of how Nigeria security agents operate, they are there for everybody to see. The Nigeria security agent, right from the time immemorial, they have their modus operandi. The modus operandi of the Nigeria security agent has always been to kill, to maim, and then they put it on people. It has always been like that. So anybody that is coming today to say we are, that we have to deny. We don't need to deny. We don't need to deny because something like that does not even exist in the first place. We don't need to deny. The point here is that there is nothing to deny. The case, the issue is as clear as anything. That all the killings in Biafra land, when we started this thing, when we started to defend ourselves on this, I said, Biafra people should not, you people shouldn't worry. You see everything the Nigeria security agents they are going to do in Biafra land will favor us at the end of the day. Anyhow, they try to blackmail us, it is going to favor us. The issue here is that, do we have arms? Yes, we have arms. Do we have ammunition? Yes, we have arms and we have ammunition. What are we using it for? We use it to chase away the killer Fulani in the forest. As simple as that. We are not denying that. We are not denying. In fact, we need more arms and ammunition because these people, you saw the video they displayed the other day, they are being funded, equipped by the same Nigerian military. Nigerian military equipped them. So the issue of arms and ammunition, we need it. We need more of arms and ammunition, and whether we have it, we have it. But are we using the arms and ammunition on innocent Biafrans? The answer is no. Because there is no need. There is no need to do that. We have bigger challenges ahead of us. Let me tell you, in all these accusations that has been going on, nobody has ever asked the question, where are all the political talks? Because every political talk is a one Nigerian. Where are all the political talks that the politician buy gun, share to them, and what are they sharing the gun to them for? They are not sharing the gun to them to protect your village and your community. They are sharing the gun so that any day they call on them, they should go and kill somebody, snatch ballot paper, destroy places, and it has been happening since the beginning of Nigeria. It didn't start yesterday. And the question you should be asking yourself now is that, who are those? Where are they today? Those people that you know as political thugs that can never do anything good for the community other than answering sasa to politicians and carrying their bag only to be used when they want to go and attack somewhere and kill somebody. They now call them. The question is, where are they today? You don't know where they are. Or you think that the politicians no longer have talks. Oh, you think the governors no longer have talks, eh? Because you people are not thinking. You think that the senators no longer have talks? I just want to know, you think that the senators don't have talks anymore? You think that the governors don't have talks anymore? You think that the politicians don't have talks anymore? Let me tell you what talks do. You have all watched talks entered National Assembly and carried, what is it, mice or whatever they call it. Talk. They are not police. They are not army. Talks. So you need to understand the level Nigeria had degenerated to. For a serving senator to bring in talks into the red chamber, it happened. Omar Gege is alive today. Who is he today? He is the deputy Senate president. The Mace, is it Mace? Thank you very much. The Mace. Omar Gege today has become the deputy Senate president. And he was rewarded. Omar, you people are too dull in your brain. I don't know what is going on. Even if it is voodoo, even if you are eating too much Fulani voodoo, at least you still can understand that you are a human being. Omar Gege today is the deputy Senate president. Am I lying? Huh? Am I lying? If I am lying, tell me. Is he not the Senate president? You see, but what did he do? What did he do? What did he do that earned him Deputy Senate President. Talk for garrison. Talk. You know, the more tough and the more brutal you are, the more you earn respect from Nigeria. The more criminal you are, the more you earn respect for Nigeria. Talk. So Amagege earned the position of the Deputy Senate President because of the role he played in sabotaging Saraki. In sabotaging Saraki. Making sure that the Saraki-led Senate don't have ground. He brought criminals into the red chamber of the National Assembly. During the plenary session of the Senate, Omagege walked in. We talked. The dogs marched straight to the mace, took the mace, and ran away. No police. Of course, police was there. No military. Of course, military was there. No civil defense. Of course, civil defense were there. All of them has been given instruction. The same thing you see in Biafra land today is a replica of what Omagege did at the National Assembly. Why are people coming to accuse IPOB? Because we are making noise. Why? Why? Because you are the same evil. Because your own evil is in a different way. You are as bad as Omagege, who brought talk to the authority of Nigeria and took the authority of the Senate in a criminal act and they left. It was an international embarrassment. But today, what did they do to him? They rewarded him with a deputy Senate president. And what did the people who are supposed to be guiding National Assembly did? They say there is no police. It was planned. They hijacked everything. That is criminality. That same attitude you saw Omagege displayed at the National Assembly was the same attitude the Nigeria, same people are doing in Biafra land. They hire people to come to Biafra land to kill in the name of trying to stop the Eastern Security Network, in the name of trying to stop the IPOB. And some of you are falling for it. Some of you who actually do not even want to go out of Nigeria because you are enjoying your slavery that pays you 30,000 naira every month. You know, of course, you can't get any other thing now. Only 30,000 minimum wage. Because of the slavery you are into, you are already comfortable. So when you hear Biafra, you want to, when you hear IPOB, you want to bring everything and join that IPOB did it. So what we are saying is that we are not denying anything because there is nothing to deny. The fact here is that Nigeria government hired people. Let me also remind you, they did it in the NSAS protest. If people of Biafra don't understand what is going on now, because I have come to realize that a lot of people are not thinking, so we are going to be explaining something in a different way. We're going to be explaining this thing. Let me also remind you that during the NSAS protest, the same government hired thugs. They went to Abuja. They burned all the cars there. How many of you have received how many of you who your car were burned in Abuja have received compensation? I don't think anybody have received compensation. But your car was burned. Who burned your car? Was it the people protesting? The answer is no. The people that burnt your car was not the people protesting. I want you to put IPOB in the shoe of NSAS protesters. I want you to put IPOB, ESN in the shoe of NSAS protesters, because the same thing is playing now in Biafra land, and they can never, if they like, they should kill everybody. The people that remain will forge ahead and get Biafra. So if they like, they behead people because we don't behave. So if they like, they start beheading people like they behead in the north and all that, and they start to cut chop. It is not today we begin to see chop off head. Fulani have been chopping off our people's head every day. Anytime Fulani attack, they chop off head in the villages. So it is not a new thing. We have been seeing it. But the point here is that if they like, let them burn every car that is coming to Biafra land. The people that remain will enter Biafra. That is the way it is going to be. There is no amount of killing by the Nigerian government that will make us to even withdraw back 1 inch. Rather, as they are killing, we will be moving forward. Because the people that have killed already have paid the price for us. They have paid the price, and we cannot back down. It is going to be the biggest betrayer of the dead. We can never back down. So if they like, any bus that is coming from Port Harcourt or coming from Lagos, let them just say the bus ablaze and say it is ESN. They can do it from now till the Biafra can come. We can never back down. So I'm telling you now, what you have to do is to put IPOB, the ESN, in the shoe of the NSAS protesters. Because what is playing now is not different. It is the same Nigeria, the same government. The only thing that is really disturbing them is that in all these things they are doing, we are very strong. And we are debunking them with more superior argument, objective, fact. That is what is disturbing them. So you can see they are helpless. So anything they do, before you can imagine where people will be killed, burn a bus, burnt into ashes, and the next minute, the news media is already reporting IPOB attacked the bus without investigation. What does that tell you? And some news media have already, because they cannot pay everyone, and not everyone can carry such news. Yesterday, I showed you the difference between the Tribune news and this Sahara Reporter and the Daily Trust News that reported this thing. Because if the Tribune want, they could have just gone to Daily Trust, copy what the Daily Trust wrote, and the air. But they didn't do that. They wrote their own differently. They didn't accuse nobody. Because they don't have no right to accuse anybody. They were not there. So they have to report the way it should be. Professional journalism. But you see Daily Trust, you already come to say, oh, the IPOB attack a bus. Sahara Reporter carried it. Sahara Reporter corrected it. They corrected it again. They edited their own post about twice or so. Or 3 times. And then the last one, they came to say suspected IPOB members. And another time they say gunmen. You see? And then they also wrote that when we say there were the people who committed those crimes were soldiers. The Sahara Reporter wrote it also. That unconfirmed reports say they were soldiers. You understand? So I want you all that is always listen, you just want to hear they say IPOB. For no reason, you just carry it and you begin to share it. Stop sharing such news. When you share such news, you are giving it a name. So what you have to do, if you are watching me from today, go to every Biafra platform. If you get a news that is indicting IPOB, don't share it. Don't share it. The people you are sharing it with are not going to do anything. Share it to us. Send it to us. Don't share it on your wall. Don't share it on your social media. Don't share it to even your contact. Share it to the people who are in media so that we begin to do the job we should do, exposing them and setting the record straight. Don't share it. Stop sharing it. Stop liking this report. What you have, even commenting there. Don't comment. Don't comment there. Just click on share. You copy when you click on the share button, you copy it and then you send it to private message. Let it get to us. Don't comment. Don't comment. Because the more you are commenting, the more it is appearing in other people's feed. The more you say it is, it is a lie. It is not your duty. It is not your duty to debunk it. Of course, you can debunk it on your own, but they don't take it serious. Let us do the debunking. Let us do with proof and fact. Because when you comment on those posts, you see your friend. It will appear in your friend's feed that you have commented on this post, and your friend will see it. And your friend may not be watching this thing I'm telling you now. And your friend may share it. Oh, see, these people are lying. Your friend may think that he's doing good, but sharing it, you are already spreading it and giving it a name. So let us begin to learn how to ignore those frivolous and scandalous reports against the movement for the restoration of Biafra. Let us learn to do that. What I'm trying to say is that the End SARS protest ended the way it ended because it was not well organized like the movement of IPOB. And so they are doing the same thing. They are using the same strategy, thinking that by the time they succeed in burning the bus on Monday, it will spark condemnation across Biafra land. And watch it now, they have failed. They have failed because only small circle of people are discussing it. Only small. And any day, they are going to call IPOB anywhere in the world. We will be there to defend ourselves. We will be there to set the record straight. Evidences abound. So what these people do is to come to our land. They use people as a scapegoat. That is why we are warning. We are warning you. If we say, sit at home, sit at home. Because we are not going to enforce it, including the people you saw destroying food in Onitsha. The people you saw destroying food in Onitsha, they are not IPOB. They are not IPOB, and they can never be IPOB. Anybody that tells you that those people you saw destroying food of people that are IPOB, the person is lying from the pit of hell. They are not IPOB. These are the same attitude of talk, the same thing Omagege displayed at the National Assembly. Do you know what it means? Do you know that what I'm telling you now is that criminal are ruling Nigeria, and they have upper hand. They have upper hand. Thought. It is a complete demonstration of what if Omagege can invade National Assembly, where do you think Tom cannot go? During the End SARS protest, did you not see presidency as a car? Solve. Presidency with a plate number. Presidency. It was those solved that were dropping these people that owned cars in Abuja. Presidency. Please, I don't mention the people in the rock and talk. No. Please, there is nothing that will make me to mention people in the rock. We are not in that level. There are people that are dealing with them. We have people that are dealing with those who roast corn, who roasted corn, those who their business was to roast corn in Turkey. We don't talk about them on our program. They are not qualified for me to mention here. There are people that are taking care of those kind of people if there is need, and they are not a problem. So please, anybody mentioning anything from Turkey here, or any people that roast corn in Turkey, before, don't bring it on my page. I don't discuss such people here. They are not our level to this. These are not problems. they are just corn roasters. We don't have problem with that. That is not to say that people roasting corn they are not human beings. No, but I cannot be discussing somebody who roasts corn. So now the issue here is that during the NSAS protest, you see in Abuja presidency solve, you see them dropping off the thugs that went ahead to burn the cars belonging to business people who are believed to be the Southerners and all that. They burn those cars. So what makes you think that it is not the same strategy they're applying now? Thinking that by blackmailing IPOB, the pressure with too much for IPOB to now backslide. My brother, we know there are tricks. If they like, let them burn entire Biafra land. We are going to rebuild it. If they like, let them bring you have seen them sending aircraft now. What have you not seen? No, is there anywhere in Nigeria that they did what they are doing to Biafra people? You see aircraft coming to Imo State to bomb. Your governor opened his mouth and said, I invited them. And your governor was giving order. If you don't live there, I have told them I'm coming there to bomb everywhere. So if those people you call your leader can be making such statements, because they know the threat of agitation for Biafra posed to them, to their political career, to the speech they are, to Fulanis, the pressure they are getting from Sultan of Sokoto. If you know the pressure they are getting, they are ready to do anything. So you cannot watch all these things they are doing, bringing aeroplane, military jet to come and bomb Imo State. The first time the jet bombed the Biafra land was during the Biafra War. Now in 2021, your own Igbo man brought the aeroplane and the military jet to bomb their own people. And you are not complaining about that because he is in authority. Nobody give him the right to sentence anybody to death by bombardment. Nobody. How many bombardments have you seen in the north in all these years of killing? And we did not say we want to come and kill people. We say our problem is the terrorists coming to butcher our women, chop off their head. The security is not protecting them. Have you seen anywhere where Hope Uzodinma deployed army and security to go and manhunt the Fulanis that are killing people in the Imo State there? You have not heard that. Anytime Fulani attack, nobody will do it. And then we say, enough is enough. So now they are doing that. Each time we say, sit at home. They are going to do it again on next Monday. Believe me. That is why we say, if this sit at home, we immediately the time was just sit at home, respect yourself. Because we will not be the one to kill you. The people that will kill you will be the government of Nigeria. Because they are looking for a way. You see the news they are making now. This is the reason. The reason is that they are making this. If had it been that this sit at home, that it was from the beginning to the end, there is nobody burning car anywhere, or there is nobody died. Hey, you know what it means? It means that Biafra is already declared that day. So, but they have to look for something to do to make sure that they gave that sit at home a bad name. But it didn't work. We have won them. 1-0. We beat them hands down. So next sit at home. Don't say we didn't tell you. Sit at home. Because the same people who brought Tog to National Assembly will be the same people to give people arms and ammunition to go to Biafra land and look for people to shoot. The same people who brought those who burn cars, destroy properties during NSAS protests are the same people who are now sending thugs to Biafra land in order to blackmail us. We don't pass that level. We are 1 million steps ahead of them. So anytime you see such news, call our attention to it. Who will address it? Don't comment, don't share, don't like, don't dislike, don't even give them their red hair. No, leave it like that. Copy it and send to us. I will begin to do justice as we are doing it now. That is the way to go. So, having said this, let me now bring the video I promised to bring to you. I said yesterday we played the Ogidi youth, and so because we played the Ogidi youth, we're going to bring Ogidi youth again today, where they are apologizing for what they did. You see, you remember this was the one. This was the one I paused the video yesterday where I was showing him. He was the one, is the chief security, and he carried a pump action yesterday. So I paused the video for those of you who watched it. I paused the video yesterday, and so he's also here today. So it was again a full house. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, CSO Gidi security. Onya boy say and chona na nu tabai. Ko na me ba kay hula kan tabu. Na ba de ko monya kay ni. I be sir. I have open online. Direct. Yo, I don't give it Italian. So now, this is the one that spoke yesterday. This is the President General of Ogidi Youth. So he is going to make a speech and apologize for what, because they received the message. So I have come now this afternoon, this evening, to give you a feedback. The feedback is that we asked you to send the to send the video to them. You send it to them. They watched it, and now we have a feedback. This is how we are going to be progressive. Not all those people that when they know that they are wrong, they want to do everything to be right. So let us continue. Okay. Abanye na-efe abụ n'Ogidi Town Hall. Na anyị fi igwe eze chụọ maya. Eze chụọ maya. Si ebe a bụ Ogidi. Our President General Chief of our first interview. Or clarify some things if only misunderstanding. Because there were any ulterior motive. An interview on Monday, but people name is too clear to something else, which is not the reality. Yeah, good morning. How are you? This is on issues came online. Yeah. That the people are not first and foremost, I have to correct one impression. I am a full-blooded and I am from Biafra. There is nothing on earth that will make me deny Biafra. I think communication gap with that. One is that we
we need to do some adjustments in policy decision taking. One, if I had known that this was actually the build up and the way it would be perceived, I don't think I will get involved. It's not something just PTO everywhere in the net. I have played a very fundamental role on issues of Biafra. And I'm an outspoken member of Igbo land. As the PG and a member of Organization, I must do everything possible to actualize something of Biafra. I'm not going to deny it. Okay. And I'll answer Igbo. Igbo, what even you? Oh, nwa afọ Igbo ka m bụ bụrụ PG Ogidi udo n'ife ọbụla ga-eme ka Biafra kwụrụ ọnwụ maka ndị a na-abụ akụkụ ga-enwe ndị ya asọ na ọ ya enweghị eziga dị so na issue of na abụ onye sabotu ama abụrụ onye sabotu ama nke ọlụkọ ebe nsogbu a dị adị bụ communication gap ibe njikwa ya communication gap bụ na anyị nwaso n'alụ na-ekwu si apụta n'ezi mkpụrụ ụbọchị ịnọ n'ọnwa and ọ bụrụ na anyị nwere communication anyị ga-eji nwalụ effects ife a ga-eme and the profit ọ ga-ewetara anyị isu niile ama arise mana okwu adapụtasị ịnụ mezi aghọtaba ife dị mmụọ onye mejisi ka akpọkwa nzukọ a ọzọ ka anyị gbọọ ndị be anyị ka anyị update ịfa n'ife na-emenụ ọ bụrụ n'elu nke m ife niile a bụ nghọta ka anyị ga-enwe anyị nwa nọ n'ebe a kịta enwero link decision ọbụla ị na-ete ka esi tekie ka ọ ga-esi bịa ife anyị ewetala anyị ka anyị ga-esi bịa n'ihu ụfọdụ n'ime anyị na-ayọ ka anyị malite n'ife anyị ga-eme ka anyị si n'ala ife a na-eme eme ka anyị weta Biafra wee dị anyị mma bikọs ife a na-eme anyị n'obodo a tọrọ ụtọ nke bụ nke bụ eziokwu.
When you listen to what he was saying, he was making a point. He was making a very good point. Very, very, very good point. And that point must not be overlooked. That is the reason why NGC, from the beginning, that if you don't understand what some certain decision is going to bring on the table, don't go and involve yourself in anything until you ask questions. Contact me personally. If I could not answer to your satisfaction, I will refer you to other people that will answer you. But I believe I can answer whatever question you present to me, especially on decision of the leadership of Biafra. So I will be able to address it. But anyone that I cannot address, I will refer you to people that will address it for you. Before you can now say, I don't agree, and let the heaven fall. But he is making, or was making, a very good point. The point is that they don't know what is going on. They don't know, which is somehow a very good point. But now, a lot of youth and the PGs should learn from this. If you feel that this decision will be counterproductive, come contact me. By the time contact me, tell your youth to contact until you get my attention. And there is no way you can write me, I will not hear, I will not see it. Contact me. Tell me that you are youth leader of so place, that this decision of Biafra leadership is going to be counterproductive. What do you think? I cannot, that is because there is no decision that will make now that I will not explain on this page. There is no decision that will come from the Biafra leadership that I will not explain on this page. Explain it very well. So, but in case you did not hear, watch from here and from other platforms, from other people, from other broadcasters, and if you did not hear, contact me personally. I will explain to you. I will have one-on-one conversation with you to carry you along what the decision and the changes the decision can make, what we are thinking that we can get from such decision and all that. And believe me, by the time I speak with you for 1 hour, for 1 hour, because I'm ready to talk to you for 1 hour. If that is what will make you now to go back and tell your youth that this thing is good, let us support it. So contact me. For 1 hour, I will bring 1 hour for you. And by the time I finish speaking with you, you will understand the reason why the leadership of Biafra have made that decision and want to implement it. So, but he's making a very good point, because even though everybody may think that, is it not, the decision is good, let us follow it. No, 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 no. People have right. People have right to ask questions. But the point is that they did not ask that question. And they also, that maybe they don't know the right channel to ask that question. So what they did is Uchonya Deanjo to go to the street and start protesting. And like you listen to him, he said that Akawasiroha Iha Ofuma, that they didn't know. So, but after yesterday program, which I explained and analyzed his own word, the reason why he took the youth to the street, and because he gave a speech. So I responded, answered some of the pressing questions he was making on that speech. I addressed it, and I believe he listened to it and he see reason with that. So he didn't know, and he said nobody explained to them that he will bring something like this or will do something like that. So they didn't know, and you must not blame them. You must not blame them. The point here is that there is, confusion that came. That okay, the sit at home will not hold. Okay, the sit at home. So that particular confusion that came has injected some negativity in the mind of some people, and those people that it has injected that negativity in their mind banked on it and they use it. And what you see now is the result. But like I always say, we will always be on top of the game, irrespective of who you are, irrespective of where you are coming from, irrespective of what you are trying to do. Once I put the ebube no matter what, it doesn't matter. It will just take just few days. I completely. So it is not ordinary. Biafra struggle is not ordinary. Biafra struggle is something that is more than spiritual. So ibutekwara na gara 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 anya were mmụọ ozi anyị ji aga ihe anya pinye gị pinye ọkụ ifu na ọkụ akịta ọ pinyego. And that is how we be anyị ga na-apịnye dị ọkụ. Anything ebe ọbụla onye tinyere ọkụ arịkwara na anya pinye ya ọ bụghịkwa epinye ya with light, ọ ga na-epinye ya with propaganda. But we are going to be making sure that the fire will be quenching those fires as they are burning. And let us continue.
esi n'obodo anyị n'obodo a ọ tọrọ ụtọ, onye Igbo ọbụla ya sị na ọnọdụ anyị nọ na ya tọrọ ụtọ, na-asị asị. So na ọ bara uru na anyị nọ n'ime ọnwa anyị na-agbagbusi ọnwa anyị na-achụgharị ọnwa anyị na-ebe ọnwa anyị ebubo n'ime anyị nwanọdụ oketa ewepụtabata ife a anyị na-asịba oo ya n'ime a dịkwapụ ka ife ndị a na-ekwu enweta isi na ọ bụrụ na anyị nọdụ n'ụlọ ọnwa ife a ka ọ na-anyị sistem anyị nọ karịtụle wọd impact our thoughts. Because you know when I was about I need them to follow the get them. Nobody find it, I wear yellow agitation. So these are what happened. And no when you met I was say no I don't know. But when dog we people we buy before that. Only buy it for a long while. I disagree now amongst ourselves. Let's united we stand. I would not say that. Ọ bụrụ ife anyị na-egwu egwu ọ bụrụ ife anyị na-agbagbu agbagbu ka anyị kwubido onwe anyị n'ime onwe anyị ọ naghị ya afọ ma anyị nwekwa ife anyị na-achọ. So n'echiche nke m ana m esi ife a na-ekwu on behalf of my country all the time. O nwere mgbe anyị bụ otu na ife anyị na-abịa bụ ka anyị na-ebi ego dị aka mụ na ndị na-ebe nsọ na-aka ọ bụrụ na onye dị anya ka anọ anya okwu ọka alụ ha meje ka anyị esi ya mana ibe ndị ayọ ka anyị mee Ka anyị na-ekele na ife a ka onye ọbụla dị nke ọbụla ya bikọs anyị mabụ ndị dị iche iche Anambra steeti. O nwere ife anyị na-eme anyị ga-asị na anyị na-eme kọntribushọn ka anyị wee ghọta ibe bụ aspiration. Na-emekwa ọhaneze anya strọkta ọhaneze anya etinyela ya nsogbu na ndị na-eme strọgụl a ụmụnna ya kwesịrị n'aka ọnụ ego esi enye anya.
Ịta na mba ụwa niile na ụmụnna anyị ndị n'obodo oyibo na ndị nọ na Naijiria chimelitetu ndị otu bụ isi isi otutu ịgwa ndị
Ee, ndị na-ekwu ife dị otu a ayọ ka m ga-ayọkọba ayọ m ga-ayọkwa bụ na ife na-ekwukwo n'ife a bụrụ na anyị ekwetara na Biafra ọ na anyị ekwetara na strọgụ Biafra. Ife anyị na-ekwu ife a bụ na ọ bụrụ na anyị nwere ọla na anyị nọ n'ụlọ mkpụrụ ụbọchị ịnọ nọdụ n'ụlọ anyị niile anọdụ n'ụlọ ya ama ezi na anyị ghọtara na ọ nwee ebe ọ na-eme ife anyị na-ekwu ya gaba agaba anyị nwe anọ n'ụlọ karịa. Ife anyị nwe na-ekwu bụ na ụbọchị ahụ anyị na-eme maasị a na-eme maasị gbara ya most of these children apụrụ apụta akwụkwọ jee exam. Ife anyị na-eme anyị nwe nọdụ n'ụlọ ọ bụrụ na anyị nọdụ n'ụlọ asị anyị nọ na anyị na-eje ka anyị mee demonstration ma ọ na o nwere ife anyị na-eje ka anyị wepụta n'ụbọchị a ga-esito na anyị na-eso ife anyị so na anyị nụrụ ya bụkwa ife anyị na-esi mana anyị abịazịa na net wee fụta ndị na-akụwa na ife a eme ha na-ahụ ọ na-abite so much on the system. I wee sị mba na ọ dịbụ ka anyị emejogo maka na ebe ọ bụ na a na-ekwu na mmụta nwa na a na-enye ka ọ wee bite ya dị anyị nwa na-atụ ịnụ anyị maka ị na-enye ka ọ megide so na nkọwa nke akpakọwa ịkọ na obi anyị sị na ibe anyị ga ụzọ nke anyị gakwadịkwa anyị agakwadị ezigbo ụzọ.
Did you hear that? So he is now explaining that nkọwa ha anyị kọwara yesterday merụ ha cheta na ha agafeela na ha emeghee n'ụzọ na ha n'ụzọ nke a na ha gatara ya. That is why it is very important that people ask questions. That is why it is very important that we have what we call the question and answer. That thing that is bothering you, that thing that you want to, even if you don't address it to the best of your knowledge or to the best, to convince you, we will attempt to answer the question and address it. You see, so after that yesterday program, where we have explained that Onwero Iege Megide can sit at home, affect the economy of Biafra with very sensible explanation, objectively. So there's nobody that will listen to it, that will now have the mind to come again and say, it must affect the economy. You are killing the economy. Like all these politicians are making people to believe. And those who believe in one Nigeria are making people to believe. Those who believe in one Nigeria say, they want to catch Igbo. Like that one I talked about yesterday, the other day. That one that is in America. They are now fighting against Igbo. The IPOB is fighting. These are intellectuals. So there is nobody that will listen to the explanation we gave yesterday, to know that this is at home will not in any way affect the economy of Igbo. Rather, it is going to help in what we are doing. So if you watch and listen to it, you must agree because there is no other. You must agree because the thing is just pump and play. Very plain for you to see, and the reason. And now you see him saying, so now there's a kawa yakita, so which is the reference to what we did yesterday. So now, in fact, notice so they have to now summon the same youth, everybody again, and they want to make a press conference to apologize to Biafra that what they did by staging the protest, they are really, really sorry because it is lack of communication. And I agree with them. But henceforth, any PG, and henceforth Ogidi PG, I know him very well. He don't even know. I know him very well. Ogidi PG should Anytime if you have any issue or any question, you should contact me. Ask me, why did you people make this? So that he can even be the channel to go to other places and tell them. If they are having their PG meeting or whatever, he can be the one to even tell them that this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. If what we are saying here is not enough, because the reason we are having this broadcast is to make sure we carry everybody along. We cannot be going from one individual to another. You understand? So somebody said after spending so much in printing a t-shirt, yes, that is life. That is life. You see, our uncle is shining. Our uncle, our own light is shining. And that is how it's going to be shining all over Biafra. So anybody that is still thinking, anywhere you are still thinking that you want to go against IPOB decision. The decision is not to impoverish you. The decision is not targeted at you. And that is why when you hear all these people saying, they kill somebody there, you know that we don't do that. You know that IPOB cannot do that. IPOB is spending money to buy arms to protect their own people. So IPOB cannot do that. And I have given you enough evidence, enough explanation to understand where the problem is coming from. Who are the killers? The Nigerian government. They want to paint IPOB hard to stop the agitation from Biafra. Even if you don't know how far the Nigerian government can go, they can do anything. And that thing you are seeing now is one of the anything they can do. The killing and burning of the so-called non-government is one of the anything they can do. And you know what? We are going to even be praising them because we say whatever they are going to bring to Biafra land to paint IPOB black, we work against them. And that is why when you see a non-government, we will praise them. Because anything that destroys Nigeria, especially the structure of Nigeria, we are going to welcome it. We are going to welcome it. Personally, I welcome it. Anything that will destroy Nigeria today, I will welcome it. Because it is only when Nigeria is destroyed, we are going to have Biafra. So it is going to be disintegration of Nigeria and the restoration of Biafra. If they don't want to give us referendum. So if they think that they will bring people to come and start burning Southeast or South or all the Eastern region as they call it, and people should not misunderstand when I say Southeast, because that is the language some of them understand. But we know that when we talk about Southeast, we're talking about Biafra, we're talking about the old Eastern region. So if you see me talking Southeast, you should understand where it is coming from. The language you understand. So when those people come, they will come and start burning things and say, hey, let us deal with them, so that people will say IPOB have come, IPOB have destroyed everything. They think that who is listening to them? We're not listening to them. They will burn. How many houses they have burnt in Imo State? Are you people aware? Sorry. Sorry. let me drink something. Are you people aware? Are you people aware that so many buildings were born in Imo State by Abakaere? It's like I'm talking too much. Pardon me. You know, this talk is not easy. Some of you should be wondering. Some of you should be wondering, how come my voice have not cracked? Do you know in those days when you go to church, or you go to something where you go to a place where you have to shout, you have to shout, hey, you have to sing very loud, hey. You know that only one day you can shout or talk, your voice is gone. Are you even not? You agree with me? Some people only one day you go to church to shout and to shout in the midnight or something, your voice is gone. But look at, I talk on broadcast, I talk at work, I talk on phone with client, I answer the phone, I have meeting outside this Biafra struggle. But my voice has never, it didn't even surprise me. My voice has never cracked. I've never lost my voice in one day. No day. I've never lost my voice. Like when when someone will begin to, you'll be trying to talk, and your voice is not coming out. I've never lost my voice. But anyway, let me play the video so I can so I can drink something more. Right.
And you said everyone is fully in support of the struggle, of the general struggle. Only go up on the power below here. Because no one can on there. So they are not able to. So now, my ESN, my IPOB, my Biafra, over 5 group, I need a book. I'm a part of all one. I will wait for the nobody will like to provide. And you'll give me a people that I'm on support. Governor again. Biafra will put it over here. I will wear. Okay, I don't know. If our movement in saying no to food was seen as something that we have become. We are apologized. We have become apologized. And we are making an essential appeal. Let us come together as one. Let everybody to be carried forward. Like we the PGs, we don't even have a platform where we can operate to know what the entire system is. So if really we knew, most of us are not involved in trying to say this thing will make economy for state or us internally, will understand it. I have to understand it by listening to many people who called me. So I'm one person who is 100% in support of the agitation of the actualization of the act because in fairness to God, we are slaves to the country. We are complete slaves. We are not given any abilities. We are not accounted for. We are not considered. And time has come when not just the people, the royal majesty, the governors of the state, let's face it, the whole thing that is going this way is not going well. Our people are agitated. Our people are seriously agitated that there is need for us to have more in the country called Nigeria. For the time being, we don't have it. Let's not ignore this cry.
All right. All right. You can see that he has apologized. At least you hear that that he's sorry and they are sorry, and he is now preaching. He's going to preach even more than you people watching me. So if you are watching this broadcast and you have not clicked the like button, I urge you to go and do that. We have over 2,000 people watching at the moment. We have over 2,000 people watching at the moment. And let me check how many people. We have only 800. Only 800 people liking. I will continue to remind you until you get used to it. So if you are watching now and you are yet to hit like button, go and do it right now. I want to see at least 1,000 plus, as I'm talking now. Then if you don't like it, you go and click like this. It is also allowed. Click like this that you don't like the broadcast so that we can't you join. Okay? But if you like it, you click like, because when you click like, you give other people's opportunity to see them, to see the broadcast on their feed. So I am appealing to you, go and click the like button and let us see 1,000 plus as we continue to move on. Now, so Ogidi issue has been settled and we thank them. We commend the PG and he said there is no platform for the PGs in Anambra State. I am telling him this evening to begin to put one platform together for all the PGs in Anambra State. He should go to work He shouldn't wait anybody. He shouldn't wait anybody to create a platform for him. So the PG of Ogidi, it is now, the ball is in your court. Begin to make calls to all the PGs in Anambra State. You know, you people should have your platform. Begin to communicate to each other, and we are going to carry you all along. Remember, we are contemplating there may be no election in Anambra State, and that will be decided and activated by indigenous people of Biafra, because it is part of civil disobedience. And those who say if there is no election in Anambra State, they are going to bring military administrator is a lie. You cannot appoint military administrator in a democracy. It is completely a lie. But if they tell us that they are ruling indirectly, that the military is ruling indirectly, then they should also let us know. So, yeah, of course, those comments were coming from all these Janjaweed people from one platform like that, where somebody tagged me and I was reading the comments there. They are saying that if election didn't hold in Anambra State, the North will appoint military man to come and rule you and all that. So remember, we need them. Now we are going to, the next thing I'm going to do, my next message goes to Odumeje. Odumejeje. Odumejeje is our man, and I am sending greeting to Odumeje, and I'm sending greeting to all Lion family. You don't need to like him. You don't need to like him. I'm sending message, and I'm sending greeting, and I thank him so much for having identified himself to this particular cause. So, for those of you who are part of Lion family, tell Odumejeje that we extend our greetings to him, and we appreciate the fact that we are proud of what he's doing. We're proud of him. He's our own. He's our own, irrespective of whatever. Odumejeje is our own. Liquid metal, Ikukuana Fanya. Ikukuana Fanya is our own. So tell him today that I am greeting him. We are sending greetings to him, and we just get started. We just get started. Odumejeje, you are a man. You are a man. We thank you. We thank you. Some of you may have watched a video of Odumeje. You don't need to like him the same way people don't like you. Not everybody like you. The same way some people don't like me, even though I'm not a pastor. A lot of people don't like me. So, but you know, if you are making fight with somebody else, you don't need to. I don't think you want to bring me in to join you to fight the person. So, but the Major have done something that we expect every other man of God to do. Every other man of God must do that in Biafra land. Must understand that the fight we are into is not personal fight. It is not individual fight. It is not selfish fight. It is a fight to liberate and to free everybody. So, and somebody say, are you proud of Odumeje attacking culture? Thank you very much. These are the kind of questions that we want to be addressing. You know, because something must be disturbing you about something. Now, somebody say, Simon Ekpa, are you proud that Odumeje is attacking culture and tradition of Igbo land? You see, first of all, Igrigi Dabureni. If you look at me, I don't know you, but you know, at least, I don't think you know culture. I don't think you respect Igbo culture more than me. I don't think so. You know, because him and I asked him, so nwoke ma udu ji ori. So nwoke ma udi mba ji one ori. Amaghị m onye gị nwari, but you know, ama m onye nri. So I don't think that you respect Igbo culture more than me. I'm a cultured man. So Odumeje is going to people, families to to do prayer or to destroy the culture, like you could call it. No, but Odumeje cannot enter car, drive himself, because I'm going to defend him today. You know, my job is to defend people. I'm going to defend him today, and I will defend him, and you are going to agree with me at the end of the day. Now, Odumeje cannot come to destroy your culture in your own family without inviting him. Odumeje will only go to a place where the people invite him to come and destroy their own culture. And there is difference between culture and shrine. People should understand this. Shrine is not culture. Shrine is not culture. Is not culture. So you should be able to differentiate and the culture. If you know what is culture, you don't even know what is culture. Let me explain to you, Igirigi. Culture is defined as the way of life of people. Now, or is it a way of life for people? Because you cannot say that there is no instinct. You cannot say that there is no matter how you want to believe in your culture, there are people who are using it to do evil. You understand? There are people who are using the Igwansi to do evil. So that is not culture. So if people believe that Odumeje have some power to destroy something that somebody have used to bewitch somebody and kill somebody in their family, and they invite Odumeje, how does that amount to destroying culture? That is not destroying culture. That is not destroying culture. Now let me tell you what culture is. The same family that Odumeje went to uproot whatever they had. In that family, when somebody died, you know what they do? When their mother will die in that family, when their father will die in that family, they will subject people to barb their hair. Do you know that is culture? Do you know that? Do you know why people will barb their hair? Hmm? Do you know why people will barb their hair when people die? I don't know how many of you know Igbo culture. Do you know the reason why Igbo people will barb their hair? How many of you practice that today? You don't. It is not Odumeje that is destroying your culture. It is you. How many of you women that are attacking Odumeje today of destroying culture will now barb your hair as a woman? You don't know the meaning now. I want you to go and ask your people, ask your kindred, what is the meaning of barbing hair when somebody dies in your family? How many of you do it today? Is it Odumeje? Is it as a result of Odumeje? No. But that is the culture. You that wrote that in Igrigi, have you lost somebody in your family? Did you barb your hair? I'm just giving you one example. This is one example. Odumeje can be a clown, Odumeje can be whatever he is. That is his own way of life. And we must respect that. But what I'm telling you now is that for you to accuse him of destroying your culture is a lie. He is not destroying your culture. He can never come to your family uninvited. And I am telling you now the difference between culture and Igbo immensity. There is difference between immensity and the culture. And I've just given you an example of culture. Culture is when somebody dies. It is everywhere in Igbo land. When somebody dies in your family, at a point they will tell you it is time to cut your hair. You barb your hair with razor. How many of you do it today? No, nobody. Is it Odumeje that told you not to barb your hair? Or do you know the meaning of barbing hair and what it does to family? Yeah? Shrine is not culture. Shrine, immensity is not culture. It's not culture. There are so many different, culture of Ndigo, which has been adulterated by a lot of false teaching. So that's why I say you don't know Igbo culture better than me. You don't know Igbo. I'm a traditional man. You don't know Igbo culture better than me, and you don't also go to church. You don't worship God better than me. You see. So please, people should know how to, people should know how to attack people. If you don't have a very good reason to attack somebody, don't attack the person. Because if one finger is pointing at Odumeje, 4 is pointing at you. 4 finger or 3 finger is pointing at you. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that it is not Odumeje that destroyed culture of Ndi. He doesn't. And he cannot just be driving car and Holy Ghost will tell him, Odumeje, yeah, there is one shrine there, go and destroy it. If he go there, they are going to lynch him. So families have to invite him. And let me tell you, before families will go to Odumeje, when did Odumeje start? Before family will go to Odumeje for prayer, they must have tried different places. They must have already know or have suspicious that something, or suspecting that something is wrong in their family. So they don't just, it is not Odumeje that is going to tell them. Of course, even if Odumeje tell them that, oh, your problem is in your family, they must have had it somewhere else. They are not going to hear it for the very first time in Odumeje's talk. So how does that amount to destroying culture? I'll tell you again. Let me tell you what is culture. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Simon. Jesus is my father. Good afternoon, Simon. Good afternoon, my elder brother. May God continue to protect you for the good work that you are doing. The Lord Jesus Christ, amen. So like I'm saying, let me tell you now. You see Odumeje that you are saying is destroying your culture. If anything happened in Odumeje's house today, for example, in his family, that somebody died in his family, my brother, he is going to do everything the kindred, the Umunna, say he's going to do. If Odumeje mother dies today, even if he like, he should go and bring Bible and bury the mother. He is going to do the thing that they are doing in the tradition. That is the culture. He is going to bury the mother, even if the mother come, they bury the mother in a church, Christian way or whatever. He is going to do the traditional rite of burial. That is culture. Do you understand? That is culture. It is not immense. So people should understand what is culture, difference between culture and Igbo. Igbo is not culture. You understand? Igbo is not. Someone agree. So all these things are not. They are not the culture of Igbo. Culture is different, and immensity is different. Those Igbo people, there are people who believe in Chukwu Okike. There are in Igbo land, the people who have something in their compound, they say it is Chukwu Okike. When they go there, they worship the thing, and so even Bible say that do not worship Ihapirapi. But that does not mean that those people are wrong. They are only worshiping their own God because they don't read Bible. And the God is answering them. But once you cross the line from worshiping the Chukwu Okike, which God in the Bible told you not to worship, and because those people doing it don't know Bible. You understand? They don't know Bible. And they have been worshiping that thing before Bible come. That is one thing some of you don't know. That thing you see that some people have in their compound, they say, is Chukwu Okike. They want to worship the thing. They go and do sacrifice there. They do incantation, and the thing is working for them. It's working for them because they don't know other God. They don't know Bible. They don't know that Bible say don't worship this because they worship Ihapirapi. Because they don't have access to Bible, and because also that they have adopted this pattern of worship ever before the white man came. So white man now came to say, don't worship Ihapirapi. And some of them don't have access to the Bible. They don't even want to read the Bible. So it is working for them. That is culture. You get the point? That is culture. But once you go to one place, instead of having that that you have your compound, your father now go to one place and get some magic something. And then somebody will come to him and say, give me something to kill this one. It is no longer culture. Or he will be there and making incantation say, this woman, you must come here, I will marry you. It is no longer culture. Understand the difference. Or the person will now go and bring something and make a shrine in his compound. And he say, okay, in this whole lineage, nobody will progress except me. That is not culture. So I want you people to understand the difference between culture. Let me tell you, masquerade is culture. Masquerade. That is why you can see even reverend fathers. Reverend fathers, they will do ogene because they have come to realize the difference between culture and Egonsi. Totally different things. So you people should not be missing it. If you see Odumeje going to destroy something, don't say he's destroying your culture. The Odumeje is not destroying your culture. Odumeje is not destroying your culture. Odumeje, if for the family that invite him to go there, they are inviting him, hoping that he is coming to destroy Nsi that they have in their family. So if he destroyed Nsi, it's not culture he's destroying. I don't understand how somebody will bury a big pot in the ground and Odumeje will come there, uproot the pot, and then you say he's destroying culture. How does the pot amount to your culture? What is the pot in the ground adding to your culture? I don't know. You may need to understand, you may need to explain to us what is this culture is supreme. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Culture is supreme. Do you know, Abraham Ajumora? Do you know why culture is supreme? Do you know why culture is supreme? Culture is supreme. That is the reason why I mentioned here that if somebody die in Odumeje family today, he must do the burial right in their own culture. He must do it. This is not Igbo. He must do the burial right. That is why it is supreme. It is supreme. You understand? So you that even say the culture is supreme, you may not know this, but Odumeje will go and do this burial right. We do the burial right. If Odumeje want to go and marry, as Odumeje marry his wife, for example, he do what we call traditional marriage. He may not make Igba, but he do. Culture is that he go to the family of the woman, he knock as a pastor, he knock in the door of a man, he carry wine, white wine, he go there, he carry his family, his friend, and say, I want to marry your daughter. He go there, they will give him list of according to the culture. That is supreme. Or the major will not go there and say, remember, I'm a man of God. I don't do culture. Nobody will listen to him now. You understand? Nobody. You say they will say, bring orgy, bring a goro, bring a manyango, bring a manyoku, bring this one, bring that one. You think a pastor will do that? Pastor have to do that because the culture is supreme. But go to his house now after the marriage. Go to the house of the pastor after the marriage now. Whether you are going to see the Mayango there. You cannot see the Mayango there. You understand? So I am defending Odumeje today because of what he did. It is not only that. When we see truth, we stand on truth. Sometimes when you see people stereotyping, you just keep quiet, wait for the right moment to come. Anybody that is for us, we are going to defend him. Anybody that is for us, we are for him. Nobody is taking anything away from me. No, I'm not taking anything away from anybody. But for the fact that even some people, those people you think that they are good, they are yet to come to us and do what Odumeje have done today. You see? So we are putting Odumeje in the level where he's supposed to be, or to have come to do what he did today. So we are waiting for other people who are supposed to be leading by example. Those people you think that they are not clown. Those people you think that they are the one who God speaks to directly. Those people that don't have any skeleton in their cupboard. We want them to lead by example. Odumeje is not leading by example. So it's a challenge to the people you are loyal to. You understand? If you are fighting for Biafra and your pastor have not publicly do something to show you that he is for Biafra, my brother, go and check yourself. Your pastor must believe that, especially if the pastor is Igbo, you understand? If the pastor is Biafra, if the pastor is Ijo, if the pastor is Efi, if the pastor is from the old Eastern region, the pastor must believe. If your pastor did not believe in Biafra and you are fighting for Biafra, you yourself, my brother, my sister, you will have a problem. Somebody asks, what did Odumeje do? All right. You know our own is what they do in the show. Let me show you what Odumeje did. So that later on, and if after showing you this thing Odumeje did, the question I would ask you, Pastor Ogemenwunka. Pastor Ogemenwunka. That is the question now. Pastor Ogemenwunka. It is not only a miracle. Pastor Ogemenwunka. Let us go there. Your son nnamdi kanu is coming out. Your Lord is at your He said, "You are not a man that can walk in this Lord, we are established to join. And we shall have to join. Your son in the front of the life. Be with us. We are already with you. We are pretending you. Give them strength, give them wisdom. But this is a part of wisdom. And the wisdom comes from you. Lord, in the presence of the judgment, everything coming out in this man shall be every wisdom. And God, everything shall be given to us. For the name is going to be glorified. But I thank you for today, for being in the world miracle center and the land of fever. Where things are happening. Lord, you are filled with more power. You are filled with more glory. As they go out there, everything they want socially. Protect their going out, protect their coming in. It shall be successful. In the mighty name of the Lord, I pray. Amen. Father is now. Thank you, Jesus. Pastor Ogemenwunka. Pastor Ogemenwunka. Pastor Ogemenwunka. Ifediara.
Iguana.
So for those who say, what did he do? You have seen what he did. And nothing is too small, nothing is too big. So one thing about the Biafra struggle is that we appreciate anybody, no matter who you are, no matter what you are coming, where you are coming from which angle you are coming from, we appreciate anybody who identify himself with us and is ready to help in any way. Meje has prayed for our leader, release. Not only this, so he also, after this, they staged a protest in the street. He worked with our lead counsel, Barrister Jofo, and they staged a protest for in solidarity with Biafra struggle and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if I cannot do this, I don't know what else. And if you feel offense from what I've just did now for the Meje, I have no apology. I have no single apology because I am yet to see your pastor. Bring me the picture of your pastor, bring me the video of your pastor, and I will play it this way. Just show me where your pastor have done something. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pray for Biafra. Just bring the video, and I will also make exactly the same thing I'm doing here now. I want you people to show me your pastors. Bring your pastors, video of your pastors where they are praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and praying for Biafra, and I will show it on my program because that is the only way to encourage other people. But if your pastor is yet to do it, don't come here. You don't have the moral right to come here and say, Simon, do something else. We don't see the major. If you are not a church person, then you may be talk. But if you are a church person and your pastor have not done it, don't talk. You don't. In fact, just watch this video and keep quiet. Don't talk at all. Because if you are talking, you are shaming. It's a shame. But if your pastor have done it, send me the video so that I will play it. Or I know the pastors that are talking about Biafra. We know all of them. So, but if your pastor have not talked, or the pastor have bring the video, I will do what I have done so that they will be moving forward. Because we are converting everybody from the Church of Christ, from everywhere, both the traditionalists, everybody, we are converting them because the Biafra is going to be a place of where you can have right to worship what you have to worship. All right, on this note, a lot has been done, a lot has been said. Remember, make sure you share this video and yeah, somebody say I should consider there is no Igbo, there are some Igbos, non-Igbo speaking in this platform. Yes, I'm considering that. I will begin to learn all the dialects. It is not language, but called dialect. I will begin to learn all the dialects of Biafra so that I will be able to be communicating with the other people, just like I'm communicating with Igbo speaking part of Biafra. So for those who do not, there is nothing I have said here that somebody say even Ghana cham. No, 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 no. It is no longer Ghana cham. We have settled. We are now brothers. We are now brothers and sisters. We are now brothers and sisters. We have settled. Ritaba is not our man. Is not our man. But so until further notice. For now, he's our man, so nobody should attack Ritaba. Ritaba is our man. He's our brother. He's our brother. We are not fighting again. We are not fighting. All right, I'm going to allow you all to come to the program and tell us we are progressing. We are progressing. So we are progressing. We are making a very big headway in this country. We are progressing. Somebody say you should make your screen blank until you get more likes. This guy, that's Precious Chidera. Precious Chidera, that's a very good. That's a very good. That's a very good idea. Yeah, Simon, you should make your screen blank until you get more likes. Oh, yes. So if I get more likes, then I will show myself. Wow, this one has sense. So this is brilliant. So what I will be doing is that I will have target of 1,500 likes. If you want me to come and begin to talk like this, but otherwise I will be talking behind the camera. This is a very good. Now we have, people are trying. We have about 1,300 likes. So this is encouraging, of course, so that the feed will be showing in other people's feed. But this is a very good, a very good one. I'm going to try it one of these days. I will try it. This is a very good sense here. All right. So I'm going to be sharing the link for you to join. And we want to see those who have not commented before. Join the conversation. Let it not be all these our old cargoes. like most Frank and all of them, all the old cargos that always commenting. We don't want to see them here today. We want to see new face. we don't wa- we don't want to see we don't want to see more Frank and co. Somebody say somebody say he want to hey, what is the guy? Somebody say he need to see me. He need to see me speak my language. Stephen Toch, I need to hear you speak your language. Can you? Which are you? All these things I'm blowing since. What language is that? This is my language now. I've been blowing this thing all this while. You didn't see it. Ake Puchonwa, welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir. Mr. Savo.
Good evening.
Please, sir, I joined the program. Just join the lab.
Okay.
Please, there's something I want to say. Thank you for the wonderful job you are doing.
Thank you very much.
I'll be following your program all this while. I was I travel now, so I was outside now, so I was with my family. So I will program all this while, Sha. So sorry, I'm a stammer, so please listen carefully so you can understand
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no problem. I'm hearing you very, very clear.
Okay, so there's this prayer point you used to raise all the time. So I don't know that prayer point will also affect me. So and I always say amen prayer. So
What is the
this prayer
prayer
that
point?
you always say
What
that
is the prayer point?
you always say that anyone that is against Biafra, that all this Fulani that killing people in the farm, that those things are person. So I don't know something that my own brother is not even. I was saying on came back and I met something about Biafra, so he's not spotting what we are doing. So I was very shocked. So I said, so all this prayer. So because of that, I supposed to travel to the east. So I was afraid because of the prayer.
Was
So I was
afraid
afraid.
for the prayer.
I was afraid. Yes, but
So
I'm
are
trying
you
to convince.
so you didn't believe in Biafra, or your brother didn't believe in Biafra?
Eh,
Which one?
my
Who didn't
brother
believe in?
was not a no, my brother. You don't understand. You know, I believe what we are now. So, but
Yeah.
I tried to convince. So I tried to convince. His wife. His wife was he's not a convert. If my sister said, but only him because of he's doing what this property here. So I tried to explain to him everything that even if you have anything property here in Lagos, doesn't matter when the time comes. So I tried to convince him. So please, that prayer still need to. People are not aware. People are not using social media. Some people don't understand what you are doing. So still to create more for this Biafran, so people will understand it very well. So that prayer I was saying a minute, I said, please, I must come. I'll try to join this program so that that prayer, we need to adjust it more.
Okay.
My God.
But you see that you said I used to pray, which means I have not prayed that prayer for a very long time, if you remember.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Solid.
So I'm not praying it again because I know there are a lot of people queuing in the line now to join. So I'm not praying the prayer again.
Okay.
Please don't
And
be
to my
afraid. Don't be afraid. We are not praying the prayer again now because we know a lot of people are already on the line.
okay, I want to try my best to convert him. He's coming. Says he's coming back small. So I'm giving him some instances.
Yeah.
Convincing. So thank you very much for the wonderful work. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank
God
you.
bless you. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? How come I cannot see you again? Okay, here. All right, Ndi Precious, thank you for your super chat. I like the way you analyze things. I'm always eager to watch your broadcast. My husband said yesterday, maybe they should change my name to Ndi Biafra. All right. Thank you, Ndi. Ndi with a new name, Ndi Biafra. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to bring Olisa Jr. Olisa Jr., welcome to the program. Olisa Jr., are you there?
The line is breaking.
Your line is not breaking. I'm hearing your voice. Hello? Okay. Chika, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, go ahead. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Simon.
Good evening.
I commend you for your good work.
Thank you.
Keep it up. God bless you.
Amen.
Let me start by that Monday sit at home. Those guys who decided to disobey it, you really did a good explanation for them. Let's see this Monday coming, if they will have another excuse to give, what would make them not to stay at home for their dear brother that sacrificed everything Nnamdi Kanu had. He sacrificed to them, giving Nnamdi Kanu 1 day in a week to show Nigerian government that this is not on, it's not too big to ask for. And then another thing you pinpoint also is good the way you said that any of those people who call themselves Christians, what Odumeje did, what he did, let any of their pastors or whatever they call them, their reverend or whatever, start coming out, be doing what Odumeje just did, and we will start commending them for doing that. Another thing I want to say to you, Simon, before actually I joined this issue of Biafra, I was in a trance when I was taken to a conference room in a hall where in this hall was organized by Yorubas, Igbos, and Hausas, saying that sorry, the way Nigeria is going, Nigeria must be broken, Nigeria must come apart. People will go their separate ways. In this conference hall, there was white people also, like British white people. They were also in this conference hall. The Igbos agreed that things are no longer working. We need to go our separate ways. The Yorubas, the Hausas agreed that things are not working. We need to go our separate ways. But what I noticed was the white guy, one of the white man, stood up and I quote him. He says, "I'm not having it." I'm quoting him. So when he says, "I'm not having it," he tried to walk out of the conference hall. Then I challenged him. I said, "Sorry, it must happen." I told him, I said, "It must happen." So all what I noticed was for challenging him, eventually I noticed that they were trying to send some guys to start looking for me, that they want to kill me. And then I woke up from the dream. That's why I'm telling everybody everything about Biafra is about spirit, is about spiritual, it's not a physical. Spiritually, Nigeria is dead. I need to let you know about this. Spiritually, Nigeria is gone. But physically, people are still waiting, thinking, oh, let's start patching it. Let's continue patching it to see if we can, if it can be amended. Nigeria is no longer a place safe for people to live. So now the Igbos need to start organizing themselves, because in Nigeria is only Igbos that are being used as sacrificial lamb. I don't know if the Igbos are happy the way Nigerian government, the way Nigeria is using them as sacrificial lamb, just for chicken change they give to them. Some of them that came out on that day, maybe they gave them one bottle of beer, or 1,000 in their pocket. That's why you see some of them. The road, all of them are living. The street, there's no street lights. There is no good road. There is no electricity. There is no good water. Even some of them, they go to the bushes to go and have their shit. They still praising Hope Uzodinma, who all the money that is being allocated by Nigerian government, Uzodinma is using it, uselessing it. You understand? All these guys, when I see them on Monday, they came out, the way I saw them, they came out, I was so ashamed. I said, shame unto those families of those guys that came out. Luckily, they have now retraced their step and say, we are sorry about coming out on that day. Simon, Biafra will come, whether anybody likes it or not. If they want, they can go 100 nnamdi kanu. Biafra is gonna come.
Exactly.
No matter whatever they do. Simon, thank you. You know, since they kidnapped, because this is kidnapping, they kidnapped nnamdi kanu. You have been a very big strength to some of us who are in Europe here. We want to go home. Some of us has been in abroad 30 years, some of us 40 years. We want to go home, you know, but Nigerian government is making it impossible for us to come back home. But we need to, they said, when somebody push you to the wall, you need to bounce back. Nigerian government have pushed Biafrans into the wall.
Yes.
Into the wall. We need to bounce back and start giving it to them, fire for fire. Whoever that is using those Fulanis, we know British government cannot tell us. All those ones you see that people are going to British Parliament, you think Darling Street, number 10 Darling Street, they don't know that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by Kenyan government. They know everything. They know Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. They are the one who instructed them that they should take him to Nigeria. But we are telling them enough is enough. All the oil they are collecting in our land, all the blood that have been shared in Biafra land, because of they want oil, they're gonna pay for it one by one. Thank you, Simon. God bless you.
Very much. Thank you very much for being with us, Chika. Right. All right. Martin Shear, Mazi Simon Ekpa, I just want to inform you that we just opened IPOB family in UAE Al Ras Kaima State. So help us to inform more of our brothers here to join. Thanks, Stanley Oli Leanya Chuku. So if you are in the United Arab Emirates, you have IPOB family there now. So you can see, go and start making contact. And if you are a Biafra in the United Arab Emirates, make sure you go and join the family so that you follow and, carry you along in what is going on. Thank you. Right. Chioma, welcome to the program.
Good afternoon from here, from Texas. Am I coming out fine today?
You are coming out. Fine. No?
Okay, thank you, Master Simon. Thank you very much.
I don't know whether this is coming out fine, but yeah, we can see you at least.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been days now. I've not been able to join your conversation.
Yes,
thank you very much. Honestly,
your mic is always doing job like you are throwing ball on the floor.
I have to go and get a new one though because of this, honestly.
And it's still doing the same thing. All right, go ahead.
We'll manage oh God. Talking about Odumeje and the church by Bro Simon, honestly, I'm happy that a topic like this came up, and I would like to use this your platform to ask the Christian community in Nigeria, the current community in Nigeria, all the pastors, the priests, the prophets, everybody listening to me right now should take this message to them. Please, let's use this opportunity to challenge our pastors, our priests, and our prophets, because they used to tell us to challenge our God, and our God will act. We will see his action. Ask your pastors, especially those of them that are against what we are doing, Biafra is doing for the freedom of everyone. What has God told them? What has God told them as solution to what is happening right now? What message have they received from God? If they have not received any message, they are lying. The Lord has told them what to do, because the Lord has spoken to me since 2019 what to do. Bro Simon, I posted it on Facebook. They did not do it. And they know why they don't want to do it. The Lord has told them to march, to come together as a body of Christ. They must come together as a body of Christ and march along the streets of Nigeria for 7 days with prayer worship. Even fasting, if they can add it. 7 just whole days and Nigeria will break. Nigeria will fall like the walls of Jericho. I'm telling you, the pastors, the priests, they don't want to do it, because they are adamantly preserving one Nigeria to continue. I want the people to ask them, what are they waiting for? Why are they disobeying the word of the Lord? Not even a single march, protest. The church does not want to come together. Look at Indimi, the Northeast chapter chairman that was butchered by these terrorists. That video went viral. No pastor, no priest, not even can stood up in protest or march in solidarity or whatsoever for that man. And that went. Subsequently, our seminarians, other pastors and priests and evangelists have been mowed down in such a way. Yet the church cannot rise up and protest. The church must protest simultaneously all over Nigeria, which is very, very simple. Nobody will shoot them, nobody will kill them. That is the responsibility given to the church of Nigeria, the body of Christ. They said they don't want to do it. They know it. And that is the message I'm passing through this your platform today. They should do what the Lord has told them and stop fighting Biafra. And they will see how Nigeria will fall. Nigeria will fall flat, broken, and into pieces. They don't want to do it. These our pastors are evil. They should stop fighting with Major or whosoever. They should stop fighting each other. They must come as a body of Christ. They should forget about whatever differences they have and come as one body and fight these common enemies. Else, they are going nowhere. They were thinking maybe Nigeria will get soon better tomorrow or anytime. No way. That level has crossed. We have passed that level. There's no going back. The Fulani we know will not come back. They will not drop what they are fighting for. They will get to, if I want to dip the Quran to the Atlantic, they will get to that level. They will get there. So I'm charging everybody through this your platform to please ask your pastor. Since they say they are prophets and they are pastors, they see they commune with God. It's either they don't know God or they are making God a liar. And the faithful today should know where they belong and stop following any all pastors, all kind of people as pastors. That is what I have to add today. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being part of this program today. And thank you, Godwin Enyi, for your super chat. We appreciate you. Simon, thank you for the good work you are doing for our people. God bless you, our brother. God bless you too. Thank you very much, the Hako 871 for your super chat. Thank for the good work you are doing. We Biafrans are so proud of you. Your haircut is nice and suit. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, and I'm gonna bring you. Where is Olisa Junior? Olisa Junior, welcome to the program.
Hey Simon, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Welcome.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks. Obviously, thanks for everything that you're doing. I mean, it's very clear to me how much you care about all of us and this movement because, you living abroad outside of Nigeria, you can be enjoying your life and not caring about all of this stuff. So it's very, very, very clear to me how much you care. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
But one thing that you played yesterday that I wanted to comment on was this foreign minister. It was like, I forget his name, maybe Onyema, that went to that was translating for Buhari. You saw, okay.
Yeah.
One thing he said kind of annoyed me. He said that the UK had a competitive advantage in solar.
Yes.
And so he was like, oh, the thing that they wanted us to kind of focus in on that meeting was trade. And the UK was very interested in they had a competitive advantage in solar. So, I did a little bit of research. There are 18 publicly traded solar companies around the world that are big, big solar companies. The vast majority of them are US companies. In fact, out of the top 18 companies that are solar companies, only one company is in the United Kingdom. And it's number 17 in terms of size. Out of that 18, it's number 17 in size. It's a Vivo Power International. These people were started in 2014. In 2014, they were started. They're a company that maybe the market size of that company is about $100 million. The number one is a US company. The number two is an Israeli company that has a market cap that's 20 times bigger than the UK's market cap. So when Oyama came out and said that they have a competitive advantage, the UK has a competitive advantage, what he's actually saying is that they want to use Nigeria to now grow their solar business in the UK. That's the translation. They want to now, because there's no way that the UK can't even compete with the Israeli company. UK can't compete with all the US solar companies. Out of the top 18 companies, UK is only one of those companies, and it's number 17 out of 18. And that company was started in 2014. So if Buhari actually wanted to do something about solar or energy in Nigeria, when he came to office, basically around that same time, he would have invested money into solar. And by now, we in Nigeria, or Nigerians, if they want to call themselves Nigerians still, they would have had a solar company competing on the same level as the only solar company that the UK can even boast of. So when Onyema is saying that they have a competitive advantage, the only thing they have a competitive advantage of is fooling Nigerian politicians. That's where their competitive advantage is, fooling them. They don't have a competitive advantage in anything else. So instead of selling our future, why don't these people use their brain, use the human capital that we have in our own land and develop? Because they simply don't want to do anything. They don't have any competitive advantage. So that's the thing that frustrated me the most. Anything other than that, the sit at home, I thought that went beautifully. I got news from back home in Imo State that everyone complied, except people maybe nobody, but they complied, and that it wasn't really a burden to them.
Yes.
Anybody who came out and talked about how the economy of Nigeria or the economy of Biafra or the economy of Ndibo was getting abused, they actually don't know what they're talking about because they don't have an economy there.
Yes.
What economy is when you have road that doesn't have death trap. Economy is when you actually have trade routes. Is there anything here, at least in the Western world, that said made in Nigeria? So no, I don't know what economy that they're talking about. So I'm so grateful that people, at least, they stayed at home. I'm so grateful that people took it seriously and they're fighting for their own rights. But that one that you played yesterday, that the competitive advantage, that's why they want to export the brain power from Biafra to UK. That's why they want to now have those innovative programs where our brilliant men and women are going to school there so that they can teach them how to do stuff so they can import it right back to us. That's the competitive advantage they have. They have competitive advantage in fooling our leaders, and our leaders competitively, advantagely fooling us. That's the competitive advantage that he was talking about. Anyway, bro, thank you for everything that you're doing. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Bless you too. Thank you for joining us. And for those who want to also know what Odumeje did, again, I want to also show you the video of Odumeje protesting with our lead council in the street. So I want you to watch. Now, all of you must have watched it. You did not watch this one before. Pastor Ogemenwunka. Can your pastor do that? Let your pastor do it, and we are going to show what your pastor do on our program. Israel Stephen N., thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. You see, onye na-eme ka nsi eme, onye na-eme ife na-eme, onye kwenu ka m si kwe, nya ka m ga-akpọ ọyịmụ ọma. Hi, I'm a very good singer. Can you do this one? All right. Nwa Otuma, welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
I don't want to congratulate you. Honestly, you are doing a very nice work. Honestly. No wonder Martin now the guy put the mantle on you. So what I want to talk about is that is, it's concerned the last lockdown, And after the lockdown, your broadcast after the lockdown, when you chatted them, when you were talking about kept states, in the eastern in our side, talking how they specialize on how they did the streets, how incompetent, I don't understand.
This your voice, not the trial. The thing is just cracking so bad that I cannot even hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing your voice, but it is cracking. I can't get what the thing is like cracking very seriously. Can you check your earphone? Can you remove your earphone? Do you have earphone?
No. I don't have earphone. I'm talking normally like this. So,
wow.
But I'm hearing you clearly. Can you hear me clearly now?
You are hearing me clearly, but I can't. Your voice is like after you go and watch the video and see how your voice is sounding. I can't hear you at all. So you can check. You can see mirror to restart the system and come back again.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, Ike, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Simon, how you doing today? Like I used to do, thank you so much for having me. Yesterday, we had it yesterday, and I thank God that at the end of the day, the PG of Gidi, they realized his mistakes, because whatever nnamdi Kanu is doing in DSS custody is just for the whole of us.
Yes.
I live in the United States. I live in Houston. So I have kids that my kids are born here. They're growing up here, which is not, if I would tell you, it's not the best thing to do, because at the end of the day, you will be like somebody who don't even have children when you go over there, because you cannot take your children home. And so whatever we are doing is just for the good of everybody. Now, I need to say this to the PG, even when it is that he has apologized, but I still believe that it's political apology, because somebody must have sent him to do that. And if they didn't send him, because he get prepared, he had clothes that they had, printed, all this kind of stuff. So it's not a one-day stuff.
Yes.
And so when he is saying that he didn't understand it, how are you going to understand it? It's just a very simple thing, that you are protesting for the release of somebody who didn't do anything that is well known, anything against the law, something that is both in national and international law. And they had to hold him. Look at Abba Kairi. They are struggling. They don't want to get him out there, even when it is that before FBI will come and get you, they must have done every investigation. So, but you are holding your own. And then because you have the power, and then these other people here, they don't have the power, you just go and grab their own, kidnap their own, looking for ransom. Because that's what they are looking for, ransom. Ransom what they are expecting is for Biafrans to leave the struggle, and that's the ransom they want. So, which nobody is going to give them, because that man is innocent. Now, another one is, I don't know. I watched one TVC. The journalist, the lady journalist, or whosoever that was interviewing a man. They are being paid, but in the recent of it, I don't know what kind of a journalist that is. I don't know if she did go to 18 months journalism school in Lagos, or went to university, or must have gone somewhere else. That is not journalism. She's a disgrace to people who are journalists. And I'm telling you this, because the way she was asking questions, like somebody sent him to ask those questions. Like that's what they gave him to ask, and not doing any journalism work. So these are the things with our people. We know the truth. We know what is going on. We know where it is coming from. But still, we will try to please people. And I think they have to understand that if you don't rise up for whatever you want, you cannot get to nowhere. So I still support the sit at home that will continue next Monday. That will help to get certain things in place. And all we want is let them let nnamdi out of detention, because he never did anything. What he's doing is what is done all over the world, and that's what we are asking. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being part of the program. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And then we're going to bring you Great Chido. Great Chido, welcome to the program. Great Chido, are you there? Great Chido, are you there? Great Chido is not responding. So, Holy B, welcome to the program. Holy B, are you there? E82, thank you for your super chat. Correction, Nzemalaki Okolo, who held private fund, who held private funding, held a fundraising effort for Ifeanyi Oba is from Queen, New York. This E82, this is the second time you are reminding me. I am keeping record. You've reminded me, was it yesterday, about the person who did fundraising for Ifeanyi Oba, and you have reminded me today. I am keeping the record. I will do a program for that. No worry. All right. Holy B, you are not talking. I can't hear your voice. All right. And Alice, welcome to the program. Alice, welcome to the program. Alice, are you there? We want to see new faces. Click the link and join me. Click the link and join me. I have, I don't have much time again. But Alice, are you there? Alice is not talking. Alice is not talking. Chichi, welcome to the program. Chichi, are you there? Is it coming from, is it my fault or that nobody is talking? All right. So, most frank, these people something is just giving way for you. All these people, they are not talking. So, but you have to talk very fast. We have 1 minute because you are on every day talking with us. All right. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mr. Simon. How are you today?
Good evening from here.
I'm good. I'm very fine. I don't have to congratulate you because you're a very big target. If you don't know, you are the person that I think has the mantle now. So you have to be very. You remember what? Don't allow the devil to get into you. So that is what I'm still telling you, because the struggle is not yet until it's over. So I wish you Biafra in advance. The issue I want to address is that our people easily forget things. After listening to Mazen and he always tell them to get their pen and paper, but it's like they are not getting it. This issue of to me as a president, I cannot go to the church tomorrow if I want to go to church. But our leader have taught us in such a way that me and you can have different opinions, but it doesn't stop us from being friends. It doesn't stop us from being one. We all are one Biafran people. So in this sense, the meaning of Biafran, I think it means love, where some people, traditionalists, everybody live together. Oge is a person. He's the kind of person that does his own thing. You're having different with him doesn't mean that he's no longer a Biafran. So once he was ready to even take to the street a protest, of which I know there's some other man of God that must have, but he went extra mile to do even his as he was hitting those people's chest. Actually, to me, I was laughing. You understand? But that is his own area of prayer. That is his own grind. He says he's doing it for us. It's for us. People should understand that we are having different views. Our leader have talked about this thing so many times. But I don't know why people keep forgetting. We are having different views. Doesn't mean that we are not one. Biafra will unite. In fact, any day Biafra will come, people will know the meaning of law. Because somebody is a traditional doesn't mean he's not your again. No. Biafra, okay, Biafra to my own definition means live and let's live. Do your own, we do our own. Everybody they go. You understand?
Exactly.
And finally,
all right.
I thank you for the app you said you are sorry. The app you said you are bringing. Thank you for that. I suggested for that. And this final one, I want somebody. I don't know, for me, I don't have finance, but there are things that you need to use to drag people. This Big Brother Niger as a show, if we can come with something like Big Brother Biafra to bring our youth, to bring them, and you attract people with what they want, but our own sense, because there are some certain things I don't like in the program. But our own will be very, very decent. But I think it can bring them. So this is the issue of having different views. When some people like something that you don't like that person, or it doesn't do that, it doesn't make that thing irrelevant. No, you have to respect people's feelings. So I wish by the time the Biafra is realized, people will understand it more. Because our leader will be there and you are also there. I thank the Ogidi boys.
Thank you.
Together. So
thank you.
Take good care of yourself. Right from here, Mr. Simon. Good night, Biafra.
All right, Kenneth, is it okay? Sorry, this is not. I'm sorry. Ife Nkem Nwobodo, Imo Commissioner Police removed. Okay, we don't know that. We've not confirmed the news yet. And Child of Rising Sun, thank you for your super chat. During sit at home, I researched the top 100 countries in the world, and no surprise, they all went through some form of revolution. What we are doing is very normal and, in fact, is noble. Exactly. You need to, Diamond need to undergo, a lot of heat to be able to become Diamond. So it is something that everybody must go through. So Onyeze Najakata, welcome to the program. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Can you check your setting? Check your setting and unmute yourself. No, we still cannot hear you. We still cannot hear you. Check your setting and unmute yourself. Check your setting and unmute yourself. We cannot hear you, so I'm sorry. You have to check your system and come back. CC Maurice, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I am very, very grateful for the job you are doing. And it's my first time And I just want to thank you. And
this why you appear. This why you appear in Puma in Nigeria with JC Puma.
no, it's not. It's not Nigerian jersey. It's just a shirt, as in change.
I'm just
It's not.
joking. I'm just joking. I know it's not JC.
No, I'm a Biafran. I'm a real Biafran to the
All right.
core, sir. Thank you, sir. Keep doing the great job. I love how you do the show, and everything so far has been awesome. Please keep going. God is strength, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to bring you Ewe Michael. Ewe Michael, welcome to the program.
Hey, hey, thank God I met you today. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you not hearing me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and talk.
Well, I'm from the mic. I can hear you, sir.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You have the floor. Go ahead.
But all right, sir. Our people, some of our people have been complaining, but today I want to come. I want to just clear a little kind of misunderstanding, and if you can just give me some minutes to do some kind of things on your platform. I am
go ahead.
A little tense. I'm sorry. You see, from Cross River State, so Monibo, I'm Biafra, I'm Masubo, I'm Masu Efik. I'm Masu Nkoblan as well.
You are from Cross
people.
River
Edeyen Biafra, Uto Nigeria, Ere Biafra. I'm Igbo na yi na-ajụ abụ onye Igbo abụ Igbo. So ka m sụọ n'asụsụ ọnụ anyị ndị ebe nsi ka anụ ife na-ekwu ubenyin ijemufiri roru eto Biafra ihe na-egesi odere echere nte Cross River or South South edeyen Biafra ke bimbibe banga ite General Efiong Junior Tore edeyen Biafra ini Biafra nwere ko ere mena sasi n'ofong ofong Biafra eri inwana mineko eri confuse nyi no anam nyi teke Biafra nwanyị neko but nyi kpukpu nyire Biafra so iroru ko bi mbakara ko fok ichem kpukpu iroru I support Biafra because na ngbo ama wora okuse Nigeria nam de mufo o what you want that ke inyeneka bo so inyeneka niti na ke yem de ku womeken aka so mbok ichem fi roru inam sem morore mu finam ichena mu ichi IPOB or sit at home bukla ba ma kwaibu itia ku fok inam ichena mu inam sem monam de kamu fi de Biafra enyi fo credit there nkere Michael n'ukwa ofoko mahia mokwore ukwa Kabia State iche link ke mu vichore ichiche mu vitori wori iki mvido iki yere nyeke iki yera be nyeke akusa Britain onore mu yere ikpon Edwin Clark already say namde in fact ora ns namde keyboard bukuru say di mpoga urre mu forget ra ere e de na mazi namde kan su kiche woro esedure dem osi ononyen kero ike ire mufo Biafra ike ni ire mufo okwa ere Biafra akwa bu ere Biafra Cross River ere Biafra bukuru Eastern region ere Biafra ike ya wo bia mufo ba ke in Europe this is another region. Our generation worship God in the land of Biafra. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, sir. amụghị Igbo nna asụ ya asụ na-eri eri ka okwu amụghị Kalaba nna nna enwe nke na-ara anụ anyị niile bụ ofu.
You have proven a lot of people wrong today.
Kalaba gbala Biafra, Akwa Ibom gbala Biafra.
When they hear Cross River, they think that
Mazi na n'ife na-ekwu. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes. Oh, we lost him. So all of you must have listened. This is it. So people can no longer pretend again. Nobody can pretend. It is getting out of hand, and they can no longer pretend. You see our brother speaking Igbo, speaking language, and he didn't learn it. The Igbo is also part of his dialect. You see, from Cross River. But when we talk, some people don't understand what is going on. So you have just watched it, listened, and you heard from the horse's mouth. Thank you very much. And I'm going to bring you again. Chichi, welcome to the program. Chichi, welcome to the program. Chichi, we cannot hear you. You may be hearing me, but we cannot hear you. Again, the same problem. We cannot hear you. OG Legacy, welcome to the program.
Yeah. Good day, Marvin.
Good day. Welcome to the program.
Okay, let me switch on my life because it's kind of late here. So I'm almost sleeping, but I just following the program.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you so much for heavily representing our leader.
My brother.
You know.
Okay, when you want to come to us, you have to wear cloth. Peter, welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning, Master Simon.
Afternoon, evening, and afternoon from here.
Okay, I'm still awake here. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm watching Chelsea match.
Your work says Chelsea match. Okay, this is almost 12 a.m. here.
Okay, I'm here in Malaysia.
All right.
You're really doing a wonderful work. I remember the very day you had a show with our leader, I think 2 years ago or last year. He asked you a simple question. He said you are doing a good work, and he believed you're not going to fall by the roadside like others. You said no. And since today, till today, you have proven that you're not going to fall by the roadside. May God continue to bless you. Our first sit at home, a huge success. And the next one, the next phase will be like a earthquake to all of them. I want to say something about people complaining about NECO and whatever they're talking about. The simple question I want to ask them is that, assuming these dangerous Fulani herdsmen killers, if they write a letter or wrote a letter to them, to a particular community that they are going to attack, these are our uncles, parents, guardians, sisters and cousins, relatives shouting, we have exam, we have exam. Will they allow their children to go to that exam if Fulani herdsmen write a letter to a community, or Fulani write a letter that they're going to attack? They don't know if the Fulani will attack the school where they will write the exam or their homes. All of them will desert and go to another neighboring community, right? So why are they shouting? Some people will vacate their community, go to another neighboring community for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. There will be nobody will remember the so-called Neko and Wayek. Our people, our problem is too much. Anyway, this announcement for the next phase now is going viral now. The next one will be on Monday next week. They won't listen. It will come the same way the last week appeared. Only few people fell victim. Is a pity that few people died. Maybe in Mbise, Abombise. They want to do fast one. It is called ghost town. They jumped ghost. It's unfortunate that they died. People should go home and stay. One day will not kill you. Just something of 12 hours from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. Cancel your trip. Relax in your house. Even if you want to travel, travel on Sunday. Travel Sunday till evening. Leave the them to take care of the environment. The announcement is going viral now. People will fall victim again. It's unfortunate that people died in Imo State, in Mbise, but it should be a very good example and warning to others. Those companies that their car were attacked or those people that died, others should use to learn a lesson. But it's unfortunate.
We lost him. There is somebody here who is saying, "All hail Nigeria." I'm going to bring you, and your name is Isaiah Mwaike. I will bring you. The only ghost here is the one residing in the void to call your empty brain. Now, Isaiah Mwaike, I'm going to bring you. And when I bring you to this program, the spirit will beat you mercilessly. Just make sure you talk. Welcome to the program, Isaiah. One moment. You disappeared. Are you afraid? Isaiah, you are watching me. Come back. Come back. Come back. I want to use you to set example. Come back. You will talk you must talk on this program after talking. Come back. Where are you? I want to see you. I want to see Isaiah. Isaiah Mwaike, come back so that I will use you as example this night. After today, you will never remain the same. I want you to come here. Come back here. Because I know you speak Igbo and your name is Igbo. Mwaike is Igbo. So I want you to come. Let me use you. Let me use you to do example. This is not boasting. Come. Where are you? He has disappeared. Don't be afraid. We will not chop human being here. We will not eat human. Just come. You are a brother. You will come here, you comment, you say, "Oh, hell, Nigeria, Biafra is designed to fail." And I want to use you to set example. I want to do something that I've never done before. So that you will never remain the same. Please, all of you must go and look for who is Isaiah. He must have been commenting. He must have been commenting on the comment section. His name is Isaiah Mwaike. Isaiah Mwaike. We want him to come to click on the link and come back. I'm Piaya the spirit. I'm Piaya. Let me flog him. Koboko. Koboko ndi mo. I want you to come here so that you understand now what we are doing here is not a child play. Come and talk to me. Even if you come and shout, "Praise Nigeria," just come. I want you to appear here and tell me, "All hail Nigeria." Just come here and give me your voice. That's all. Let's see how Nigeria is going to bring you out of it. Come. How can you be afraid if this is just ordinary video? You come here, you enter the private chat, you commented, "Oh, hey, Nigeria, that Biafra is deemed to fail," and somebody commented you and said you are a ghost or something. And then when I call your name, you disappear. I want you to come. I'm not doing anything. Just come and give your voice to everybody so that people will hear how you are praising Nigeria. You are running away. I may not even ask you a question. Just come and say, "Praise God and praise Nigeria" on my program. I will tell you that tomorrow you will begin to call your people. This one is Afran. I want to tell you that Isaiah, come back and praise Nigeria on this program. All right. So Biafra, welcome to the program.
Simon. Oh, hey, Biafra. Good evening. Oh, hey, Biafra, Simon. Oh, hey, Biafra. Much to say. I just want to thank you, my brother. I'll say thank you for what you are doing. Just want to thank you, my brother. God bless you. There's not much to say. you are doing the job we Chineke kpọrọ gị ka ị rụọ Chukwu okike abịa ma ọ helu Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, yes. So when much asị m ka m kelee gị, salute to you na ihe ị na-emere anyị. Chineke ga-agọzi gị. God will be with you and bless you. That's it, We are watching, we are following, that's all. Now we are watching. Yes. Peace.
Thank you. Udo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you. All right. And then we're going to have one more person, and we'll call it a day because this is already very late. So, Mazi Somto Valentine, welcome to the program.
Oh, Biafra.
Oh, Biafra.
I just want to use this wonderful opportunity to thank our people for what for observing this sit at home. Total compliance. It is very, very important, and we need nobody to encourage us to sit at home. This is something that will benefit all of us. This is something that, because if we go out to protest, we are targets. They are targeting us already. They know the potentials we carry, what we can do, and they want to terminate our life, no matter as in whether you are driver or you are gala seller, you are whatever, as long as you are from the south, from the southeast or south, whatever, south, Biafra, they knew that you have something to offer. So they want to kill you. That is the how do I say it? The simple truth there. They want to kill you. So I'm encouraging all Biafrans, if you know that you are a Biafran, and not if, because we know that God has already ordained Biafra to be. And of course, Biafra will benefit you. You don't need anybody to encourage you or to preach to you the reasons why you should stay at home, because you have seen it yourself and you have seen the effect of it. You have seen the good effect of it. You don't need anybody to preach you about it. It's a simple fact that they are determined to make us, to rubbish us, to enslave us. We should not give them that opportunity. Look at what is happening in the north. Those that give them a foot to stay in their compound, they have already pursued them. Do we want such thing to happen to us? No. We don't want to have such kind of situation. And the best thing for us to do now is to find a way to be on our own and determine what will happen to us and how we are going to live our life. We don't have any. I have some friends, based on my exposure of life. I have some friends from all over the ethnic, both even outside Nigeria. You understand? Both foreigners and other places. But these people, we don't have, I don't want to disrespect them, but the simple truth is that we don't share common ground in so many things, in ideology of life, in so many ways. We don't share it. And we don't say that, we don't think that their way of life is bad, because it is their own decision. But we want to live our own way of life. We have our own way of life. If I come back home now, I will join my Omonna and do our meeting and celebration the way we do it. You can't come and enforce some kind of traditions and lifestyles on us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So our people, whether you are a trader, you are a civil servant, in all ramification, the way Nigeria is positioned, you are already enslaved. You don't have a say. You are losing. If you are a trader, you import some goods. Of course, for now we are not producing much. You import some goods. You know what it takes for you to clear your goods and most of the people they seize their goods for one or two reasons, to the extent that if you want to clear your goods, you have to use some certain northern names for your business to go through. Is that what you want to be doing for your whole life? And your grandchildren will come and still be doing the same thing? Do you want anybody to write a placard for you and post it on your head, on your face, before you know that you are already a slave? I don't understand our people. Do you, okay, is it a civil servant, let's say a doctor, lawyer, this, that?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being part of the program. And you're going to be the last person today. I have to save my strength for tomorrow. Thank you all for being part of the program. For those of you who did not speak today, don't be angry. You will have your time tomorrow to speak, because this is on daily basis. We are coming twice, 3 times, 4 times, even sometimes. So tomorrow we continue. And remember all that those of you watching from enterbiafra.com, our app is coming. It is going to be powerful. The powerful app is coming, where you are going to be receiving notification immediately we are live. You are going to receive notification immediately we are live. We are working on the app already because of the challenges that all of you are having. For some people are having, of course, a lot of people are watching, thousands of people are watching already from there. But the app is coming, and it's going to be ready just maybe like in 2 weeks' time or so. The app will be ready. And once it's ready, we'll make it public. You can go and download it, and then we can have more better experience in the broadcast and all that. We are ready, and the gospel of Biafra will continue to go far. Remember, tomorrow is another day. We are going to be coming live maybe 3 times tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. If I have time from my work, every break I will use it for Biafra broadcast, and to talk on some of the sensitive issues that we are facing at this moment. On this note, thank you very much. May God bless you. See you tomorrow. God bless Biafra. God bless Oduduwa Republic. And thank you very much, Open Mind, for your super chat. We appreciate you. Someone has sacrificed all he have to save our youth from their miserable life and bleak future, but they want to listen to old cargoes. Yes, they want to listen to old cargoes, but we're going to give them, open their head and put brain there, so that they can think properly. Thank you very much. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa Republic. May God bless Middle Belt. May God bless Amazonia. May God bless IPOB worldwide. May God bless nnamdi Kanu. May God bless ESN. May God bless all of you that are watching and always watching. Remember, if you have not liked this broadcast and you are watching from YouTube, go there and hit the like button. Not only that, from the Enter Biafra, if you are watching from there, copy the link, share it on social media. If you sign in through your Facebook, make sure you share it on Facebook and let everybody know where we are broadcasting from. May God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.